Hello everyone, this is Dan Finnegan back again with another collection video. And for this collection video, I will be doing my Beatles collection. So I'll be showing all of the Beatles merchandise that I own, including CDs, vinyl, movies, clothes, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm first going to start with the box sets, and I'm not going to actually open these and show all the CDs. I have made overview videos of these box sets on my channel, so I'll put the links to them in the description if you want to check them out. But first I'm going to start with the Complete Studio Recordings box set, also known as the Stereo box set. And then here is the In Mono box set, the US Albums box set, and the Japan box as it goes by. And then I'm going to move on to these other CDs. I actually found on eBay the Introducing the Beatles CD. These are bootleg CDs, but I figured they'd be worth picking up, of the first album released in the US that feature the Beatles, not the Capitol ones that are in here. These came first by VJ Records. So this one's in stereo, and then this one is in mono, and these are actually still shrink wrapped, so I haven't opened them yet. And then I also was able to acquire all of the 1987 CDs of the Beatles. So, of course, here is Please Please Me, With the Beatles, Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, Help, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour, The White Album, Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, Let It Be, Past Masters Volume 1, and Volume 2. Next, I will show the other batch of CDs. I'll start with the albums that have gotten remixes over the years. So here's the 2 CD edition of Revolver, the 2 CD edition of Sgt. Pepper, the 3 CD edition of The White Album, 2 CD edition of Abbey Road, and 2 CD edition of Let It Be. And then here is Let It Be Naked. I also have Anthology 1, 2, and 3. And then I have both Live at the BBC albums, Live at the BBC, and On Air Live at the BBC Volume 2, as well as The Beatles Live at the Hollywood Bowl from the Ron Howard film 8 Days a Week, the touring years. And then lastly, I have Love, 1962 to 1966, also known as the Red Album, 1967 to 1970, also known as the Blue Album, One, and the Yellow Submarine song track. And this isn't really a Beatles album, this is a Paul McCartney album, but I thought I would show real quick just because I thought it was cool. I got this for Easter several years ago from my aunt. It's the Paul McCartney album, Egypt Station. Next up we have the vinyl. I currently do not have any of the Beatles albums on vinyl, but these are all of the vinyl that I have so far. So first off is the singles collection, which I made a video on months ago. So you can feel free to check that out. And then I actually just got this recently, the Happy Christmas Beatle People, the Christmas Records box set. And this is very rare to find, but I was lucky to snag it for a decent price. And it's still in the shrink wrap as well. So there you go. Next, I'm going to show the t-shirts that I have. And these 3 show the Abbey Road cover in different variants. So this one right here is the album cover in color, and this shirt I actually got for Christmas this year. In the middle, we have the album cover in black and white. And then on the right, it's also in black and white. But what I like about this one is that the crosswalk colors correspond with the outfit that each Beatle wore on the Sgt. Pepper album. So George was wearing red, Paul was wearing blue, Ringo was wearing pink, and John was wearing yellow. So I really like how they did it this way. And then we have these 4 t-shirts. This one is, of course, based on Yellow Submarine. This one, I believe, is based on Hard Day's Night. The photo in the middle looks like it was taken around the time of Hard Day's Night, so I'm just going to assume that. The one in the middle is, of course, based on Let It Be. And then on the right, this one is based off of Sgt. Pepper. And last but not least, I have 1 book, 5 Blu-rays, and 1 4K. So for the book, I have the Get Back book, which is the companion book for the Disney Plus docuseries. And speaking of which, here is the Get Back docuseries on Blu-ray. And then for the movies, I have Hard Day's Night on 4K Criterion, Help on Blu-ray, Magical Mystery Tour on Blu-ray, and Yellow Submarine on Blu-ray. And I also wanted to include Yesterday on 4K because even though the Beatles don't actually star in this movie, their music is a main subject in the movie. So I figured I would just show this just for fun. Okay, I'm pre-recording this in advance before we take down our Christmas tree, but a few years ago my mother had picked up these ornaments from a craft fair. They are painted images of the Beatles. So there is Paul, John, George and Ringo. So there you have it, everybody. That is my entire Beatles collection as of December 2022. I've been a Beatles fan since about the middle of 2017, and I'm really excited to continue getting more of their merchandise in the coming years. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And like I said, if you want to see overviews of the box sets that I showed in the video, I will put the links to those videos in the description below. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you all next time.